And U.S. President Donald Trump is poised to unveil sweeping new Liberation Day tariffs today, but has kept the world guessing until the last minute about the scope of the move that could spark a global trade war. Trump will roll out the measures flanked by cabinet members in the Rose Garden of the White House at about 4 p.m. local time. While Trump insisted he has decided on the reciprocal tariffs hitting countries that have targeted the United States, the White House admitted he was still ironing out the details with less than 24 hours to go. The White House press secretary Karoline Leavitt said Trump's tariffs will take effect immediately after he unveils them.
And he is going to announce that decision tomorrow. I don't want to get ahead of the president. This is obviously a very big day. He's with his trade and tariff team right now, perfecting it to make sure this is a perfect deal for the American people and the American worker. And you will all find out in about 24 hours from now.
Donald Trump has been insisting in the face of economic experts that tariffs are a cure-all to tackle America's trade imbalances with friends and foes alike. Well, critics say that not only will U.S. consumers bear the brunt as importers pass on the cost, but that they could increase the risk of a damaging recession at home and abroad. Democratic senators accuse Trump of advocating policies that are designed to offset the cost of extending his 2017 tax cuts. They said the cost to the average family could be close to $5,000 to $6,500 this year.
President Trump says, quote, "I couldn't care less if prices go up to American families." America, you hear that? Donald Trump says he couldn't care less if you pay more. And it's not just a little. The estimates go as high as $6,500 more for the average American family.
Take my words about how much these tariffs are going to cost. Take the ever colorful Peter Navarro, who Trump's one of his trade people, says it will raise $100 billion off the car tariffs this year, $600 billion off the reciprocal tariffs, $700 billion tariff fees. Who's going to pay those? American consumers.
The global markets have been jittery for days ahead of Trump's announcement, while the countries most likely in the crosshairs have called for talks even as they ready retaliatory measures. Canada's Prime Minister Mark Carney said his government will be very deliberate in its countermeasures if the U.S. president proceeds with his proposed tariffs. He has emphasized that Canada will not allow itself to be weakened by U.S. policies.
President Trump is in the process of trying to fundamentally restructure the U.S. economy, and that means that our economy here needs to change dramatically as well. And as I made clear to President Trump in our call last week, I will reject all attempts to weaken Canada, all attempts to wear us down, to break us down so that America can own us.
While Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum said her government does not subscribe to a retaliatory eye-for-an-eye approach regarding U.S. tariffs, but it is prepared to respond strategically.
We do not believe in an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, because that always leads to a bad situation. Of course, measures are taken because measures are taken on the other side, but the dialogue must continue. It's not about tit for tat, but about what is best for Mexico and how to face this situation.
And for more on this, our correspondent Susan Terani sent us this report from New York.
President Trump's new tariff policy, dubbed Liberation Day, is set to take effect immediately following his Rose Garden address on Wednesday. According to White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt, the move is meant to assert U.S. trade dominance, but key details like whether the tariffs would be universal or targeted remain unclear. The tariff rate could be as high as 20%, sparking serious concern among investors, economists, and CEOs. Moody's Analytics warns this could be a worst-case scenario if global retaliation follows. Trump's trade team remains divided behind the scenes. This is according to reports, but we're seeing publicly that they're backing the strategy. The markets are already reacting nervously, and businesses fear price hikes and supply chain shocks might be just around the corner. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.